Panyere better. Ex-Eddy better red. Home.
Baizão, o manhã mas a muito realmente começando a boa não, eu não pude ver. Ele era naquela mesma, agora o meu plano vai dizer
No, no, Chen abe magala Chen. But the game me again a board game. But okay.
Vamos lagi.
So black ball rule. That's the rule of play. That's the letter. Count it three. Derrick, break. Sound check. Audio check. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You're very much welcome to the stream. For those ones who are watching us, we are live at Madipe, where the very of the two best talent, seat one of Madipe is up against the director of Soweto Pool Club in Kidgum, and this is the very first frame that we are playing. It is a race to 11. Today is Saturday that we're having this battle taking place in Madipe at the Nova Hotel. The voice behind the microphone is for Daniel for Kit Media Link, that we're giving you the very best. The action is taking place, and of course the two giants are fetching each others on the green bait. It is a race to 11. The stake is 300,000 Uganda shillings. The person who wins takes the money, takes the pride, and takes the bragging right at the same time. Welcome to the stream and enjoy Pool to its best. Yeah, this is the very best frame. It's the very first frame that we're having of the 22 frames that we're supposed to be having. And of course, this break was locked at the same time. is the guy who is playing the red, and of course it was a foul notified by the umpire, and of course he chose to pot the ball of the other opponent, which was almost in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is left of the table and left of the screen close to your camera. Ex-Eddy on the verge of taking the very first frame. But for him to take the frame, he needs to at least do something magical because there are clusters of balls which are almost in the center of the pocket, of which he is choosing to go slowly and taking it one at a time. How good is that bank shot? The bank shot is not so good, but of course it paid off at least somehow better. Now, Derrick is invited back on the table, and of course, he's playing the yellow balls. There are only three yellow balls in the center of the table. He decided to at least take the one which was almost in the center, opening it up. Now, Eddie is invited back on the table. What can he do from this position? There are only four of the red balls on the table, with black ball dead on the cushions, bottom of the screen that you're watching at the moment. He's taking it one at a time, or of course, when he's taking it, he's also contemplating of the ball, which is almost kissing one another in the center of the pocket, which is adjacent to the screen that you're watching at the moment. For those ones who have just joined us, please kindly like the stream and as well share. For those ones who have just joined us, please kindly like the stream and as well share. For those ones who have just joined us, please kindly like the stream and as well share. For those ones who have just joined us, please kindly like the stream and as well share. Welcome back from the short break. There are only two of the balls on the table, and of course, Ex-Eddy is up against the red ball. Meanwhile, Olanya Derrick is facing the black ball for the very first time in the very first frame. The scores: red is representing Ex-Eddy, meanwhile, blue is representing Derrick Olanya. Derrick is supposed to pot the block, in the corner pocket, with at least a slice of that black ball in the corner pocket can make him at least to take his nose in front. How best can he do it? It is yet up to him to do it on the table. Let's wait and see. It is successful. How good is the cue ball? Cue ball is safe. 1-0. Thank you very much for those ones for joining us. You can confirm for us if the audio is clear and if the sound is passing out. The score is 1-0. Gando, you will help me raise that one. Away. Ex-Eddy, how best can I do it? Thank you very much for that. Derrick, eh? The video camera, of course, they had to review, found out that the ball was not racked properly, and that is why the umpire have gone back to check on it, and he has redone it. So Ex-Eddy is supposed to break. The scores with blue is for Derrick Olanya, and then the scores with red is for Ex-Eddy. Breaks with power. None of the ball is pocket. Now Derrick is invited back on the table, and of course this is race to 11. The director of Soweto Polo Club is to nominate Red Bull, fails to put it in the center pocket, but of course trying to open it with at least a power. He did not do it successfully, and now Ex-Eddy is invited back on the table. He's supposed to nominate the Red Bull, and that's why he's going for it. He has done it successfully, but how good is the cue ball? It is still the questions, because those two balls which are close to the cue ball cannot be potted in the center pocket. And that is why he's contemplating and checking it carefully to see how best he can maneuver the cue ball. How good can it be? Let's wait and see. He wants to take it into the corner pocket. Successful. And of course, he's going for the red ball, taking it one at a time, making sure that at least he levels the score to 1-1, because this is the home team. And this is his home ground. This is where he does his practice from. So he wants to rule it. Is this it one of this very area? Remember, the two players met in the individual league, which was played at Club Vortex in Monbonyo in Kitgum Municipality Pandung divisions, where Derrick won convincingly, beating him in the base of 14 frames. I think Derrick won 9-5. Another meeting for the very second time. Ex-Eddy is a very good player from here, and he's looked at as one of those ones who can at least uplift the talents of the young boys from here. Meanwhile, Derrick is the director of Soweto Pool Club, and of course, he's being seen as one of the persons who can promote pool in Kitgum and particularly in Soweto Arena. And he has brought out very good talents, sold them out, and doing very well on the green bed. He's going for the yellow. I think he's supposed to check his pattern very carefully, just that he can at least maneuver and make sure that he finishes this frame here, or else he can bow down and they can go to 1-1. All he needs to do is at least to run away with the score, and that is why he wants to take it one at a time. He doesn't want to make any blunder at any time, because this is a critical moment. Remember, you're playing away from home, and so you don't need just to give the scores anyhow. That is the reasons why he has occupied the jaw of the corner pocket, which is farthest to the right of the table. Thank you very much, Dennis. Yeah, I understand you are in for a very big party. What you're checking from there, from the party, is you need to also replicate it when you have gone back home, because you are in for a party which at least brings a lot of drinks on the table. So when we go there, you will also have to produce for us some of the drinks that you're taking from there. Yeah, thank you very much, Adia Luanga. You're watching us live from Kidgum. I understand this is a very table that they beat you 5-2. Not that you're a fish, but you're also very good persons. Yeah, it was a final of a match which was organized here. So you want some money, so keep that money. Part of it, we will come and enjoy from there. So Ex-Eddy has one, meanwhile Derrick has, Ex-Eddy has zero, meanwhile Derrick has one. It is a race to 11. Derrick is looking for 10, meanwhile Ex-Eddy is looking for all the 11 frames. Out of the 21 frames remaining, Derrick needs 10, meanwhile Ex-Eddy needs 11. Yes, Dennis Warakeken, thank you very much. Yeah. So literally that one can be translated as respect only. For those ones who may want to understand it in English, that is only respect only. For those who are watching us, kindly like the stream. If you, it can only just only take you a second to like the stream. And then after liking the stream, YouTube can recommend it to other people as well, just that they can as well enjoy when they come online. Ex-Eddy is totally snookered. Remember, he's playing rate, and of course, he's supposed to come off one cushions to get his ball, which is almost in the center of the table. And if he fails to do that, how good is it going to be? That is a miss. And of course, umpire signals it's a foul. Advantage, Derrick. Remember, Derrick has one of his problem ball, which is close to the red ball, which is farthest right of the table. If you can easily see it from the screen, that is his problem ball. I want to believe that he might start with that ball to can it. Yeah, canning that ball, making sure that everything is now looking set and good. As long as when he has his mind on target, then he is able to clear this table here. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. The cue ball is still good. The pot is on, the cue ball is good, but of course black is back in the center pocket. In the corner pocket, which is closest to the screen, the one that you're checking is taking it one at a time. The stake is 300,000 Uganda shillings. Each one is taking 150. So it is a money for take. Now he opted to put that ball in the center pocket just that he can clear the table, but of course he missed it, giving him at least another advantage because he is occupying one of the red ball which is supposed to enter in the center pocket, which is close to the screen.
After school life is the hardest experience. Whoever feeds you control.
Now I want to believe that he's going to go one step at a time. Remember, there is one of the ball which is almost in the center pocket, which is close to this table. It is the ball that is giving him a headache, and that is the reasons why he doesn't want to go for it. At least he wants Ex-Eddy to take his nose in front just so that he can remove the red ball which is almost in the center pocket. It is being occupied by this. Ex-Eddy also plays more defensively. Remember, it is a race to 11. The stake is 300,000 Uganda shillings. Whoever wins takes the money. The money might look very small, but of course, when you win, you have the chance to take the bragging right, also to brag on the side of the table that you are the winner, and of course, you rule. Who is going to rule Madupe today? Is it going to be Ex-Eddy or it's going to be Derrick Olanya? For the first time, you can give in your predictions in the comment sections, just that we can move with it carefully. If your prediction wins, you're also going to win for yourself at least airtime worth or data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings, as long as it wins. And going more defensive, taking it carefully, he doesn't want to miss any chance on any pot here. And that is why Ex-Eddy is playing like that. And that was a shot to open up the balls in the center, but of course it is a miss at that point. How good is the cue ball? Looks like as if it's snookered. Now here when you miss, you risk losing the frame. Thank you very much, those ones. Now you're giving your correct score. Given your correct score, you win for yourself at least a data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. Keep it locked here. Now that is the shot to open up the balls. He does it successfully. How good is that shot? Kindly rate it. Now this is going to be one of the highlights we're going to share in our social handles. The shot was so marvelous and so good in the high. He did it successfully, and that's so good. I think he's partially snookered. He's supposed to at least have a swirl shots. Put that ball in the corner pocket, but how good is it? It's a fail pot. Now Ex-Eddy doesn't believe what I've just hit him at the moment. Of course, they want to start with the ball, which is a bit hard. The rest is going to be a formality to him. How good is it? The pot is not on. The pot is not on. Derrick is invited back on the table. Harley's to take further lead and lead by 2 frames. How good is it? He was about to miss it, but he got his ball. At the same time, after getting the ball, he has opened up the black ball, and so Ex-Eddy can decide to choose any of the 2 balls and put it in the corresponding corner where they are at the moment. This now depends on the choice of the ball that is going to take first, and that will determine how good he's going to be. Let's wait and see. He chose to go for the one which is in the corner. Now potting this one's here in the center pocket, which is close to your screen. The rest is going to be a formality. At any time, it is going to be 1-1. Even a deer can pot this ball here. Thank you for those who are watching us. My name is Daniel, giving the commentary right from Madiope in the Nova Lounge where we are. Frame number 3, the score is level at 1-1, and of course it is the break for Derrick Olanya. Rest 11, 20 frames, 19 frames remaining. 20 frames remaining. He breaks with opening up at least the balls, and the break is open. Checking the ball carefully, making sure that when he goes for it, he goes for at least a frame that he can clear. Nominating rate at this point in time. The rate looks a bit open. A simple roll of that ball in the corner pocket would open up that one there, but of course rate is going to occupy the black, and the shot wasn't good at all. Now he's supposed to go very slowly because of that ball which is occupying the rate in the corner pocket, which is top left of the screen. The score is 1-1. Ex-Eddy, seat 1 of my Madiope, is up against the director of Soweto Pool Club. He is playing yellow ball. He has taken a lot of money matches here. I think most of the tournament which is being played here, his position is already known. He's always number 1, Ex-Eddy. Taking it one at a time. The pot is always on. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. Ramashula, you said you're watching us right from Mabarara. Thank you very much for keeping it locked here. This is Kit Media Link. You can help us by liking the stream. At the same time, you can share to your other colleagues just that they can also enjoy the stream. This is pool being played in Kitgum. But of course, we are now here in Madiupe. This is Lamour, where this action is taking place at the Nova Lounge. Playing to can all his balls, and he does it successfully. Now inviting Derrick back on the table. I think the white is looking more fancy and looks more juicy to open up the black ball. But when you do it, you can risk losing the frame at the same time. Ramashula, thank you very much for watching from Mabarara. Guys, where I'm at the moment, the room is too quiet. It is as if where Caesar, they were playing the final of the hay ball, the African chapter. There, you need not to make any noise. You even don't need to move any howly. When you do it, you risk at least being suspended from the room. But of course, here the room is so quiet. This place had Heady Wheezy last night, at the same time King Jafire, where they were performing here live for a show. And most of the people who were working here were also attending to the shows. So today we are here giving them actions on the green bait, where Derrick from Kitgum is up against the number one from Madiupe, Ex-Eddy. The voice behind the microphone is for me, Daniel, for Kit Media Link. A number of our players have gone to Gulu for the club knockout. I want to believe that even Tungdiang Media is also heading to Gulu. There were a team who went there more earlier in the advanced team, the likes of Ojara Jr., the guy who plays for William Pool Club. At the same time, Omiamizi. At the same time, Gonza. At the same time, again, Rod Samuel, the twin brother to Mara Moses. I want to inform you categorically here that Ojara at least played 5 money matches there, won all of them. Young as he is, but of course he was able to take out the best players in Gulus. I want to believe that even tomorrow he is going to be having at least some of the money matches, as long as he can gain that confidence and then have the ability to play any of the players who may come on the green bait. The boy is capable of shooting very well. He only needs a good manager. But of course, the manager that is taking him at the moment is a very good manager, Alfred Honeck. Well done for at least bringing up the boys and nurturing them on the green bait. You are doing so well in pool. We love it so much. You're emulating so well that Romeo is also doing in Club Vortex, and that is the reason why Derrick is taking the chance to face Ex-Eddy by himself. The reasons why some of the directors are facing up in money matches or in battles is because they want to feel the taste of losing the games and at the same time also winning the games. Just that if any of their players is up against any of their opponents, even when they lose or they don't lose, they at least know the repercussions of at least either playing well or not playing well. And remember, in pool, anything is possible, anything can also take place here. How good is the shot that Derrick is going to play at the moment can either determine how best that the ball is supposed to be rolled. He simply rolls the ball, just only to occupy the pockets and making sure that when he has any of the chances, he can just open it up with the red ball, which is almost kissing the black in the corner pocket, which is left of the table. Let's wait and see how good the cue ball is going to be given through Ex-Eddy's shots. Contemplating and checking one at a time. Remember, when you give any of the open cue ball, I think Derrick is as good as possible to take up the chance. Plays simply just want to run away with the cue ball. Of course, I know a simple roll of that ball in the corner pocket can give Derrick a chance also to have a snooker one more time. But of course, he is not me, and his thought is quite different from mine. He chose to open up the red ball, successfully did it so lovely, and that was a nice cunning shot. What a cunning shot played by Derrick. That was so lovely. Now the pot is not on, and of course, he is happy with the positions of the cue ball. Remember, even when the ball had gone in, he would still have a roll of that black ball into the corner pocket right of the tabletop where yellow is occupying. That black could go in simply. Now he's giving Ex-Eddy a lot of headaches because the positions of the cue balls almost frozen on the table. He plays just like a snooker and have a pots. That was a skill play. A skill play. Now he's up against only one of the yellow ball. To put it either in the corner pocket where the weight is, fails and puts the wrong ball. Advantage Derrick. 2 shots awarded. Ramashula. He just wanted to pack at least the yellow ball in the center pocket, but of course he's sure that he's going to put his balls here. Anytime he can put it, the pot is on. The score is 2-1 in favor of Derrick Olanya. Guy who came all the way from Kitgum Municipality, Pandung Divisions to face Ex-Eddy. The score on the blue is for Derrick, meanwhile the scores on red is for Ex-Eddy. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. Our umpire for today is a senior umpire, and of course, he's a power umpire, Mr. Hagando Tech. He's a power umpire. He has been training with umpires in Uganda. This is frame number 4. Ex-Eddy is supposed to break. Breaks with power. None of the ball is spotted. The splits of the ball is so good, and of course it's an open table, so inviting. Which of the ball is going to be nominated by Derrick? It is still a question because all the balls are looking so good on the table. But here he would fancy that you can go for the Reds. He has nominated red balls and of course taken it one at a time. Remember, one of those balls, the red balls, which is about to pot one, can guarantee him at least an opening of the clustered ball, which is almost in the center table, close to the screen. He's supposed to at least make sure that he pots one. Having at least a slice of that balls would guarantee him, but of course he's occupying the jaw of the corner pocket, scanning even the ball, which he was almost tempted to play initially, but still moving on well. Occupying the jaw of the corner pocket, which is right of the table, bottom of the screen, and of course that is the advantage. It is raised to 11. Ex-Eddy was playing simply, just wanted to count the balls, which was almost kissing the reds, but he failed to do it. And of course now here they're of at least removing the red, which is almost in the corner pocket, in the center pocket. How good is it going to be? Is it going to go for a snooker, or is going to just simply, he has gone simply only to snooker, giving at least Ex-Eddy a chance to remove one of his yellow balls, which is almost so close to the reds. Goes for a can. The can is okay. He has removed the balls, leaving only the reds balls now in. Remember, the balls which are almost in the center table, in the center pockets, it is the one which is giving them more headache. And that is the reason why Derrick has opened it up. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. And of course, the simple roll of that ball in the center pocket, he has done it so well. At any time, I think Ex-Eddy, if it was just a normal routine training, he could easily go for this frame and clears it up. But remember, this is not normal times. This is money matches. And has a high stakes. At that level, it is a high stake because you risk not to lose it at any time. Yeah, lovely draw shots. Yeah, thank you those ones for watching us. How good is the sound, the audio? Please kindly advise us in the comment sections. The pot is on, and Ex-Eddy is still furthering to pot. Unless what is coming in his mind is just wanting to level the score and they move neck on neck. If he at least lets Derrick to run away with the score, it is going to be so hard of him to run and at least make sure he levels. And that is the reasons why he doesn't want to miss any of the chances and pot the balls the way they are. At this point in time, you don't just need only to pot the balls. You have to play any of the skill shots. Here you have to play basic pulls. How good is it going to be? Oh, yeah, that was a nice skill shots. But of course, the shot that he had just played, he was so lucky of it because he was supposed to pot the cue ball prematurely. But they controlled it with a lot of spin on the cue ball. That is the reasons why the cue ball did not enter the center pocket, which is close to the screen. Ex-Eddy up against 3 of the yellow balls. It is a race to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. The director of Soweto Polo Club is on rate. The roll is not on, and of course, he's supposed to understand this table. Remember, the first 2-3 shots that you're supposed to play, you should always check with the table. If you don't check with the table, you may at least be missing shots after shots, and that is the reasons why your opponent may take advantage of you. Wow, that shot was so good. I didn't mean that the pot was on. The shot was so good, and I would have run away with this horse here, and that is the reasons why Derrick is supposed to begin thinking otherwise. That anything is possible at this point in time, because if he lets any of the chances go away, Ex-Eddy can run and at least get him in 2-2. Let's wait and confirm. The pot is on, but of course, how good is that going to be? Will he open up that ball? Wow, that is a lovely shot, and of course, playing that shots at least to snooker almost all the red balls, and that's the reasons why he has done it so. And let's wait and see how good is it going to be. No, the snooker was not on, but of course, Derrick's shot was on. You can choose either to start with the ball which is close to the black or goes in the corner pocket, and that's just like that. Remember that ball which is close to the black is portable in the corner pocket, which is left of the table, left of the screen. At least a roll of these balls in the corner pocket, which he's contemplating with at least outward spin, can guarantee him at least a nice cue ball positions, just like that. I want to believe that it was almost even too much. So a simple stand shots on that red ball can guarantee him the natural positions of the cue ball, which is supposed to be in the center of the table, and put that in the corresponding corner pockets, and as well black can go in the same corner pocket. Remember the distance where these players cannot hear what I'm communicating here as much as what you are hearing at this point in time. Derrick to play Hali's stand shots. How good is that shot going to be? The shot is almost too much of it. And of course, snookering himself, he's in disbelief. He doesn't know what has just hit him at the moment because he's not happy with the positions of the cue ball. At any time, this can either be game over. Let's wait and see if he misses to get his red ball. But of course, getting the red ball would at least naturally open up the black ball also. Wow, caught it lovely, but of course he has opened up the position. He has opened up the black ball. Now Ex-Eddy has one shot. You can either choose to start with the ball which is in the corner pocket, top left of the table, and then have a roll of these balls here in the center, corner pocket, which is the bottom of the screens, and black can go in the center pocket, which is so close to the screen. I want to believe that that is the formula, or that is the pattern of play that he can either choose to go with. How good is it going to be? And of course, he has done it so well. Remember, the positions of the cue ball here now determines how good the black is supposed to be potted, just that he can level the score to 2-2. Let's wait and see. Ex-Eddy pots. How good is the cue ball? Cue ball is not so good. He's even not happy with the positions of the cue ball because he knows a sharp cut of that one there may not guarantee him at least a pot. Umpire is keen, checking it so carefully, making sure that no any force is committed here. A slice. How good is it going to be? So good. And the pot is on. He has done it. The score is 2-2. Raised to 11 officially now becomes raised to 9. Look at that shot. That shot was so lovely. Could have opened up all those two balls. Ladies and gentlemen, even there is what we call there is an ongoing international match which is taking place. We have Peter Chobe. He's also giving us the live feeds from there. He's in for break and finished, where he's giving us the action taking place. Breaks with a lot of power. This is frame number 5. Of the 22 frames which was supposed to be played, this is frame number 5 that we are playing at the moment. And Derrick breaks with a lot of power. The balls are splitted and they're so nice to look at, giving it an open table. It is just an open table. Ex-Eddy is supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. See here, he was contemplating to go for the reds, but of course fails to nominate that ball. Now inviting Derrick back on the table. Derrick is supposed to choose a ball of his choice. How good is this choice going to be? It is going to be determined by the shot which is supposed to play just at the moment. Checks out the pattern, a simple roll of that balls into the center pocket has given him advantage on rate because the rates are looking more juicy. They have split it so well and they're so good. A roll of these balls in the corner pocket which is so close to the screen. He has placed a lot of spin there. This guy wants to play with swag. He's supposed to start with the ball which is almost is choosing to start with these other ones here, just that he can have at least the cue ball. In the other side of the table, he has done it so well, but how good is it going to be? Now, a simple roll of that ball in the center pocket, which is left, can guarantee him, but of course the pot is not on. The roll was on, but the pot is not on. Now, inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table, he is playing yellow balls. He is checking because he wants to go and occupy the corner pocket, which has almost one of Derrick's rates in. By that gestures, of course, he can play a double drop on that ball, which is almost dead. At least a skill shots to be played there. How good is the skill shots going to be? And that is still a question. And the skill shot was on. Lovely shots, lovely pot as well at the same time. This is so good in the highs. How good is the position of the cue ball? I think it is not so good because he has two of his balls which are almost looking like a problems. And that is the reason why he played simply just wanted to open up the balls, inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table. Now Ex-Eddy is playing. I think he's not happy with the way he is shooting at the moment. But even if so, he should be happy because he is occupying the jaw of the center pocket, which is close to the screen at the moment. And that is the reason why he should be happy. Because if Derrick can place at least left English on the cue ball, it would guarantee him at least to have a perfect roll of this red ball here in the corner pocket. He has done it, but how good is it going to be? Let's look at the roll. The pot is on. The shot was so lovely. To see it is so good in the highs. Can that ball go in the center? He is still questions for discussions. It is only Derrick now thinking. Otherwise, he may risk. Can either have a roll of that ball, a slice of that balls into the corner pocket, which is right of the screen. Just like that, how good is the pot going to be? The pot is not on, but the roll was so lovely and so nice. Now inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table. He has not potted any of the yellow balls and he's supposed to go one at a time. I want to believe he wants to go for a snooker, and that is the reasons why he has done it successfully. But then now Derrick is invited back on the table to at least redeem himself. Come off one or two cushions, and get his ball. But even when he gets his ball, the racing positions, he got it so lovely, but of course both the cue ball and then the red were a sunk. And now he's on black ball. Meanwhile, Ex-Eddy is on yellow balls, and all the yellows are potter balls. He can start with the ball, which is almost fetching one another in the top table. How good is it going to be? At least a simple roll of that balls in the corner pocket, either to be potted or occupying the jaws of the corner pocket. How good is it going to be? It is not so good. Still, I want to believe that Derrick is going to be invited back on the table because of the positions of the yellow balls, if you have to look at them. Even if so, now look at that kind of shots. Ex-Eddy is not happy with himself because he played a shot which he was not supposed to play it like that. The actions on the cue ball did not give him natural positions or natural movement of the cue ball, and that is why he was able to disorganize the yellow ball, which was almost in the jaw of the center pocket. Bottom of your screen. Now can he go one more time defensive? And that is the reasons why he is contemplating at least a shots, and at least to have a roll of that balls here. Meanwhile, he's running so fast with the cue ball. So how good is it going to be? I think he is partially snookered. He is not happy. At least a roll of that ball in the center pocket, which is left of the table, can make Derrick at least to proceed with at least having his scores. The pot was not on, but of course the temp was good. The time was so good now. At this point in time, Ex-Eddy has nowhere to run. You can either play to complete the balls or you hide nowhere. You still want to think and at least have positions of the cue ball as close as possible to your screen, left of the table, bottom. And that is what he wants to do exactly. But I want to think that at this point in time, even Derrick would only want just to play and open up the black ball to be in space. So Ex-Eddy plays simply just only to open up these balls here. Remember, Derrick would fancy only to play and at least open up the black balls. And just like that, now game on. Remember at this point in time, Ex-Eddy can either choose to go for the frames, starting with the ball which he played initially in the previous shots, and then he can go with it. Let's wait and see. How good is it going to be? Checking on the patterns of the play so well, making sure that he doesn't miss any of the shots at this point in time, because at any time, Derrick can have his scores to 3. Remember, Derrick have been leading for the very first time. I think he has always been leading. Taking it one at a time now. Ex-Eddy has one thing in his mind, to at least have a 2 shots. If you have at least a 2 shots, he would only play, the only would be the problem ball. It is the ball that he is looking at the moment. And then he at least wants either to play his snooker there or at least to have a big spin on that cue ball to run naturally from the bait of this place like that. How good is it going to be? He nearly scratches in the center pocket, which is left of the table, but luck hit him one more time. One more time. When you look at the positions of the yellow balls and you check on the patterns of plays, these balls can be cleared at any time. In any of the normal times, you can clear these tables here so well. But that shot was not always on, but of course, a follow on the shot which is bottom right of the table that you are watching at the moment, or you're seeing at the moment, can guarantee a natural movement of the cue ball, which is going to be leftward. He's contemplating, he's checking so well, making sure that he doesn't miss any of the shots. He plays simply just a stand shots. Now having the cue ball in the center of the table, at least a roll of that ball is in the corner pocket, which is where the black is also at the same time. But if you miss any of the chances, it can either open up or it can rest at that point in time. Let's wait and see. The pot is on, but of course the positions of the cue ball and then the black is on. Everything is open. Now what can Derrick do at this point in time? Either to play only a snooker. He simply plays it just to open it up here. How good is it going to be? The pot, is it on? It is not on. Now that ball is looking so close as if they are kissing balls, and so it is a kissing ball. Ex-Eddy is supposed to play away. By the blackboard rules, you are supposed to play away. You should not shake the balls. When you shake the balls, it becomes a foul. That ball is not supposed to be shaken because it is already a kissing ball. You are supposed to play away from that ball that you're seeing. Should it shake at any time, it becomes a foul. Choosing simply just want to play like that one here, I don't think the choice is good because the black is portable to the corner pocket where the yellow ball is occupying. A big bang shots into the corner pocket can make him at least to win. Frame number 5. The shot is so lovely, coming even not even off the yellow balls, but the pot is on. Lovely shots, lovely play. Olanya Derrick 3, Ex-Eddy 2, raised to 11. Pot of 300,000 Uganda shillings, and that is what we are witnessing. It is a cream pool being played here. Let me tell you one thing, even Madiope has got in it. The table is being serviced. This table is always being served by Fahad. So it's a good table in Madiope at the Nova Lounge in Madiope. So whenever you come to Madiope, please ask for the Nova Lounge in Madiope. The director is so good, and there's a very good hospitality here, and everything is here. Even you have good drinks, soft drinks, hot drinks, and anything that you can at least go with. Even food is here. You can at least enjoy what you want to enjoy. It is Ex-Eddy to break in frame number 6 in a race to 11. Of the 22 frames which were supposed to be played, this is frame number 6 being broken, and of course he breaks with a lot of power, potting at least 2 of the red balls, leaving the table open. He's supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. He wants to go for the yellow balls, and with the actions, he has nominated the yellow balls. Now Derrick is supposed to play the reds. Remember, the yellow balls are clearable. At any time, you can go for it. Ex-Eddy taking it one at a time. This is a money match. It is an arranged money match which is organized by the two players. They agreed to have it a battle here to understand who is who on the green bet, and that is why we are here in Madupe. Lovely shots, but of course the pot was on and he's snookered. At any time, if he fails to pot his balls here, he's going to invite Derrick back on the table, which I want to believe that he can start by hardly canning have his shots. He played it so well, and of course now it's a one shot. Derrick fancying, just wanted to open up those red balls, but how good is it going to be? I don't think he's happy with the positions of that red balls, so he has done it so well. He has done it so well. So inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table to come at least off 1-2 cushions. Now the way he's checking as if he can put that ball in the corner pocket from the actions which he is trying to portray. Now he played it so well, but the pot is not on. Inviting Derrick back on the table. Now that was a lovely roll shots played by Derrick, and of course to put it in this corner pocket. Now you can either play to open up the yellow balls, which is almost in the jaw of the center pocket. How good is it going to be? The action was so lovely, but of course it was not so good. Now inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table. Ex-Eddy, seat 1 of Madupe. Wow, that was a nice actions on the cue ball, and of course the pot was lovely. Even when he hails from Madupe, he still has pulls in it. He's always coming back from behind to make sure that he levels the score. I don't know. He's spotting it nicely, and of course at any time he can level the score to be 3-3. The pot is on, the black is in. So score 3-3, race to 11. It is a race to 11. The pot is on. Race to 11. The pot is on. Okay, we have a number of fans here. Guys are here. Remember, today the assistant RDC of Lamo, he's having traditional marriage. Thank you.
Connected.
So the assistant RDC is having at least his traditional marriage here in Kidgum. In Madupe here, where we have at least a number of those ones who travel all the way from Kidgum. They are here also giving him supports. We are also part of the team, but of course we want to start with the actions. Then at later time, we enjoy drinks after drinks. So that is what we have come for today. So the score is level 3-3, 6 frame played. All the scores is at a piece 3-3. Race to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings, and that is why we are having actions taking place here in Madupe. These are two uprising players, but of course one is better than the other one. I still want to believe that it is at this point in time. But who is much cream than the other one is still a question for discussions. The person who is going to come on top is the one who is cream de la cream. I want to think that there might be also a rematch which is going to be loading after this game here. It is always fancy of that. No one wants to be beaten hands down. At least from the look of this frame here, Ex-Eddy might have his nose in front. Depending on the ball that he's supposed to nominate, depending on the ball that he will nominate. He has nominated the yellow balls. Now all the yellow balls are good, including even the red balls. This only problem ball is the ball which is so close to the two of the reds, which is occupying the top right corner pocket. Remember, this is the table that Ex-Eddy practice on from time to time. Derrick have only come and he has just only tried few of his shots here on this very table. But of course, he is having his nose in front always. And that is the reason why he is leading comfortably. If he leads at this point in time, then I want to believe that this frame this frame can go either way. He played a lovely shots to open up the corner pocket, which was almost occupying two of the yellow balls. But of course, he played it so well and opening up the corner pocket as well. So Derrick is on the batch of at least also redeeming himself and making sure that he runs with the score. But still inviting Ex-Eddy. Some of his shots are not always to the point, and that is the reason why he's always inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table. Wait and see. Yeah, the pot is on, but of course he has two of his balls which are almost just like a problem to him. Two of his balls are almost just like a problem to him. Now the other one which is looking much more like a problem to him, a big one. Wow, that is a lovely shot played by Ex-Eddy. Lovely shots. Now another roll of that balls into the corner pocket, which is having one of his yellow balls in can guarantee him a perfect cue ball positions to have the yellow ball spotted in the center pocket, which is left off the screen. Let's wait and see. He's contemplating and checking it one at a time because what he needs now is to have at least a big roll of that ball in the corner pocket. How good is it going to be? He's trying to change his mind. He wants to go for the ball which is in the corner pocket. Port it. Simply only port it. After potting, how good is the cue ball? It is still the question. So I want to believe that he's not snookered. He can still have a roll of that balls here. All his balls are hanging. They are not frozen. He had his nose almost so close to leading for the very first time. How good is that roll? The roll is on and the roll is so good. Now remaining only one of the yellow balls on the table. If he pots this and pots the black ball, he's going to lead for the very first time on his home soil. Now that shot was not on. That shot was not on. Derrick is invited back on the table with 5 of his red balls. He can choose to start with the ball which is so close to the cue ball, putting it in the center pocket, have the cue ball naturally move upward to the right, then he can put the red ball in the corresponding corner pocket where he's standing at the moment, then have a roll of that balls in the corner pocket which is bottom of the screen, but he chose to go either way. He wants to snooker one more time just so they can at least have a chance and open up the balls, which is looking like a problem to him. Now Ex-Eddy invited back on the table. Even when the ball was touching or kissing one another, you are supposed to get your ball because that is not your ball. The bridge is hard. Ex-Eddy aims for the only yellow balls on the table and misses. And misses. Umpire signals it's a foul. 2 shots. Derrick requested for the cue ball in hand because he wants to go for it. Frame number 7. At this point in time, in any of the normal days, Derrick can clear these frames here with only 1 shot now. You see, this game is just all about whoever thinks better. Whoever thinks better in this way. I think he was intending not to put that ball there, but he had to put it prematurely. Then now he had to smile with himself, giving him a hard cube positions. Now how good is this shot going to be? He can determine the pot of the next ball. That shot was always so inviting. But it got the perfect cue ball. Ex-Eddy is partially snookered. He's supposed to at least have a swirl shot. Find his ball, got it successfully. Now Derrick either supposed to play defensive one more time because when he leaves the cue ball just bottom of the table, he may miss anything. So the snooker is successful. I think partially. Ex-Eddy can see his ball. The umpire signals that he can at least come off one cushions and get his ball. Gentlemen, today in Madipe, we have almost the biggest names in Madipe. We have Ale Fogo in Madipe. We have Obwat Dennis also in Madipe. We have the likes of Robinson Oyo in Madipe. We have the likes of Awondi in Madipe. We have the likes of the senior assistant town clerk of Page divisions also in Madipe. Look at that shot. So lovely. But of course, he potted the cue ball prematurely. Now, chance and opportunity knocks Ex-Eddy's way. You may ask me the reasons why I am mentioning the names of all those persons on the screen. It is because today we have a traditional marriage which is taking place here. And introductions for Robinson Uyo, the assistant RDC of Lamo. My Obi is also my comrade, a teacher by professions. He has been serving as the ONSA patron for Kidgu Comprehensive College and winning many of the titles in the ONSA games. And that is the reasons why I want to mention his name number of times on the streams. Robinson Achen. Oyo Robinson. I apologize. Ex-Eddy to at least have a big backspin on the keyboard to get at least the positions, which is perfect for the keyboard to put the only black now remaining on the table. Remember, when he missed these ones here, anything can either go either way. Lovely spin, lovely drawback shots by Ex-Eddy, and of course now having a perfect cube positions for the only would be the black ball now remaining on the table. Any time from now, Ex-Eddy 4. And Olanya Derrick 3. Race to 11, frame number 8 now to go, which either way. Remember, Ex-Eddy is leading for the very first time in the match that we are Alice having here. Now in the building we have Mr. Obwat Dennis. Obwat Dennis is the doctor and of course is the director for Jaguars Den. Guy has been playing many matches. Yesterday he won at least big for himself. He was able to beat at least the director phone center, Mr. Wang James. He beat him convincingly. He had to beat him convincingly and then winning for himself at least big money. So Mr. Watt, at least today, is a rich guy. That is the reason why he's putting on a very nice suit today, by the way. Yeah, he has come to learn the traditional ways of marrying one another. So today he's in. Now he's a very big pool lover, also a very good director. He has always been promoting talent after talent. He has some of the girls which are so good on the green beds. And if he can register them for at least a tournament, he would be so good of that. So hit big community. Welcome to the arena. The table is open, race is 11, and of course, the frame can either go either. Remember, Ex-Eddy is leading for the very first time in this frame. Now we have two of the directors. We have three directors for pool arenas from Kidgum, who are here in Madipe. Today we have Ale Fogo, the director for Dokwo. Then also we have Obwat Dennis, the director for Jaguars Den. We also have Olanya Derrick, the guy who is playing Ex-Eddy in this money match in a race to 11. All of them, they are very good directors, by the way. They are fans of pool. They like promoting pool so well. So Ex-Eddy nominates yellow ball. He wants to clear these ones here. There are only 5 of the red yellow balls. The shot was not on. The shot was not good at all. Inviting now Derrick on the table. Remember, these red balls can be cleared at any time if it was a normal time. But remember, this is not normal time. This is money matches, and of course, you're supposed to play so carefully. When you lose any of the shots, you lose at least a big money. you lose big money. So we have fishes in the building as well also. Yeah, those ones who are fishes in the building and they are not so good. Yeah, guys, sorry, this was the Mr. Bot. Mr. Bot Dennis, he has just given me at least some cold water. Cold water. I will not tell you the brand because I'm not here to promote their brand, but he has given me a cold water. Now, putting the keyboard prematurely, inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table with at least five of the yellow balls on the table. Remember, all the Derrick's balls are covering the jaws of the corner pockets. He may choose either to put one, but leave the other one. If he's at least supposed to go for it, he chose not to open up any of the corner pockets because he wants to manipulate the cue balls around the center of the table and have everything cleared to zero. So how good is the cue ball action going to be on any of the shots can determine if Ex-Eddy can clear this table. Remember, there are four of the yellow balls which are only remaining on the table with the black almost in the jaw of the center pocket, which is close to the screen. Now the pot is not on, leaving the cue ball just recklessly, just like that. And of course now, Derrick doesn't believe what I've just hit him at the moment because the cue ball was given away to him. Anything is possible. Anything is possible now here. Derrick to draw the score level to 4-4. Yeah, at that point in time, even Derrick now, Derrick, even Dennis Obot, even Abe can pot that black. It is on. Derrick 4, Ex-Eddy 4, raised to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. We are live at the Nova Lounge in Madiope, where we're having this action taking place here. I want to believe that any of the players, once beaten, they will always call for a rematch to take place because they may not be satisfied with the score line because it is going neck on neck 4-4. The action is resuming shortly. Frame number 9 to be broken by Derrick Olanya. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I think you can check on if the background noise is not disturbing us, the sound, so we can proceed. We were trying to correct the video, particularly setting up the camera, just that everything can be seen well. All right, we are back on the stream, and of course, everything is loud and clear. We are giving you the very best of the action which is taking place right in Lukung, meaning Madipe, where the action is taking place. It is frame number 10, where Ex-Eddy is playing yellow balls, and of course, Derrick is playing the red ball. So now Derrick needs the red ball to be potted and pot the black ball, just that they can level the score to 5-5, or else Ex-Eddy can proceed and make sure that he runs with the score. Remember, it is only raised to 11. It is a short race. The stake is 300,000 Uganda shillings, and of course, when you win, the money may look small, but of course, you have the bragging right, and everything can come in your favor. So, who do you fancy to win at this point in time? It is still the questions for you to take it up. Ex-Eddy aims for the only pot of the yellow balls, which he tried but fails. Now, Derrick doesn't know what I've just hit him at the moment because he has been given a perfect cube of positions to pot the only of the red balls now, which is in the center of the pockets, to the left of the table. After that, no, that was never invited for. Of course, he was trying to run away with that one there. Just a simple stand shots on the yellow, on the red balls on the center pocket. Would guarantee him at least a pot of that black ball in the center pocket, which is close to the screen. But of course, he potted the cue ball prematurely, inviting now Ex-Eddy back on the table. Remember, Ex-Eddy's fans are already flooding the arena, and at any time he might have the momentum and he can run with the score. So having a big spin on the cue ball, and is still happy with it because they can put it at any time in either the center pocket, which is left of the which is left, or corresponding to the center pocket, which is with just bottom of the screen, or he can at least have a target of that black ball into the corresponding top left, top right corner. How good is it going to be? It is still a big question for us to know, but of course he had a simple roll of that one there in the center pocket. He does it successfully. The pot is on. Ex-Eddy 6. Derrick 4, raised to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. The voice behind the microphone, it is for me, Daniel, Kit Media Link, giving you the very best of the actions. Please enjoy the stream. Today's umpire is Mr. Okeny Regan, aka Agando. Now I have been categorically informed that the person watching this stream also is Mr. Tungdiang Media. Live from Kitgum Municipality. I want to thank you very much, my brother, for always promoting Paul in Kitgum. You are always trying to at least promote the talents of the young boys by at least streaming the games, selling them also at the same time. Because of your stream, it has met now the likes of Omia, Dogo Jr., and then Omara to at least visit Kampala for the very first time and test the table which is in Kampala, playing the likes of Asiku, playing the likes of Mokisa Habat, and then checking on how best they always play. It has given them the confidence, and that is the reason why the boys are shooting so well these days. I want to believe it is because of that exposure that Tungdiang Media gave it to them. By at least making sure that he give them their company. Go up to Kampala and then making sure that at least the boys plays in those best Super League table in Kampala. Still, I want to thank you very much for doing that. Even when you call me mentor, you at least doing good there on the table. How good is the actions? The actions on the cue ball is not good, and of course, potting the cue ball prematurely. At this point in time, I think Derrick needs a break. I want to believe that he needs a break at this point in time to go refresh himself, meditate upon himself, and understands what is not going right, just that he can at least correct himself and have his game back on the normal. Because now Ex-Eddy fancies only to open up the balls, which was almost looking like a problem ball to him, and now all the yellows are looking more juicy to him. At this point in time, he can just only maneuver and keep moving around the table, potting them one at a time. But still, he still wants to go for a snooker. He wants to go for a snooker. He has done it successfully because he's not happy with at least one of the ball on the table. I think it is the ball which is close to the black from the side of the screen. Derrick is invited. At least he can either go for a bank shots, which he did it. How good is it going to be? He's so lucky not to put the yellow balls in the center pocket, which is corresponding to the one which is close to the table, to the screen. Ex-Eddy on his home soil. Guy who always been winning here. They call him seat one of this very arena, and of course he has always been playing so well here. So whenever he's on the table now, everyone fears to face him. When they're playing when they're playing any game here, they just already know that he's number one in any of the matches which is being organized here. So let's wait and see how good is it going to be. Now Derrick is contemplating having at least a roll of that red ball into the center pocket. How good is it going to be? It is always not so good because he had the slices ever of that red. But of course, the actions of the cue ball is good. The cue ball is good, but of course now Ex-Eddy plays. How good is that one there? Of course, he's just playing only simply only to open. Now the shot is not always on, but of course now giving the cue ball triple just that Ex-Eddy can at least have a pot of that balls there in the center pocket. I mean in the corner pocket. But he chose now to open up the ball, which was giving him a lot of headache. Kindly give me comments in the comment sections if the background noise or the sound is so much, so we can adjust accordingly. Let me know. All right, we'll put the scoreboard on the small table, but of course the scoreboard is not placeable so well, but we will try hard to adjust. I will try to adjust. Yeah, media, I'm going to try to adjust that one there and put the scoreboard on that small table. I as well have a problem with the scoreboard. Remember that is not my scoreboard. We just borrowed the scoreboard from here. Mine is still being worked on. Anytime from today, it is going to be out. So we will begin to use it officially outside for any of the games that we will be streaming live. Ex-Eddy simply plays just only to open up the balls, which he does it so well and so good. Now that shot in the corner pocket is so tempting of Derrick to play at least a double. But if he doesn't put it, but if he still good of him, but if he doesn't put it, the frame is as good as gone to Ex-Eddy. He needs this frame more than Ex-Eddy needs it, because a moment anytime Ex-Eddy up the scores level to 7, then he may just run away with the score. He will only be looking for 4, meanwhile Derrick will be looking for 7. And that is the reason why Derrick is taking it one at a time. He doesn't want to miss any of the shots at this point in time. A simple roll of that one there, he simply plays just only to cover at that pockets there, but the cover was not so good. Those corners, the corner which has clusters of those balls, the yellows, the reds, and then as well as the black. Ex-Eddy is still having advantage of that corner. Now he has full advantage of that corner because a follow shots here or any skill shots here to be played on that corner pocket is as hard as playing that ball, because when he plays it at any time he can put one ball, but then your ball that you are playing the skill shots will never go in, and that is the reasons why Derrick is also going slow. He doesn't also want to risk it, because anytime he's going to lose this frame here, he would wish to at least win this money match, just that they can invite Ex-Eddy back also in Kigum. Then I want to think that they can play in East Arena at Soweto Pool Club. The director of Soweto Pool Club, Mr. Olanya Derrick. He's also very good in repairing phones. He does it so well and so good. He has taken now decades in repairing the phones. He has been working with Mr. Guang James. He simply plays just only not to pot it. But of course the ball was not hanging anymore. The ball went into the corner. Another skill shot loading by Derrick Olanya in the corner pocket, which is top. He plays simply just only to open it up here. Now this shot is so inviting of him. Ex-Eddy even just doubting himself now at this point in time, because Derrick is fancying to play at least a double or play simply just only to pot at least a ball, which he does it. Now Ex-Eddy needs a cue ball in his hand. Now the beauty is if he plays any shot which is so good in that corner pocket, can make him at least to have full control of that corner pocket, which has at least one of the yellow reds. I mean 2 of the yellow balls and 1 red. He simply chose to go the other way around, having a roll of that ball in the corner pocket, which is top right of the table. Cue ball is still good. He can at least still have at least the skill shots here. Play these other yellow balls here, which is so close to the cue ball, potting the ball, which is so close to the jaw of the corner pocket, and cue ball runs naturally and pots the red balls. Or choose to play the yellow ball, which is against the other one there, plays it so well, but of course, at the same time, snookering Derrick totally. That was total luck at this point in time. This is total luck. This is a total snooker at this point in time. Derrick to come at least off at least 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions to find his ball, which is so hard at this point in time. Or to come at least off 1 cushions and finds his ball, but may not even pot it at this point in time. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. Race to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. Derrick with the red ball. Meanwhile, Ex-Eddy with the yellow balls. Now fails to come off 1 cushions, now giving chance to Ex-Eddy to have at least a cue ball in his hand or open up the blacks by playing it on the cushions and then leaving it in spaces, then can clear now the table. That is according to me, but according to him, he wants the cue ball in his hand because he's not sure of those clustered balls in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is top left of the table. He's checking them carefully as well. He understands that he has control of that corner pocket, and that is the reasons why he doesn't want to go for it at any moment. He may fancy to go at least 1 more time to snooker. Because the moment when he puts that ball, which is top left of the table, the yellow can fall in, but red may occupy unless he have at least a bank shot. Ojara Emmy plays simply and pots. Remember that yellow ball can still pass, is still passable into the corner pocket, which has just potted the yellow balls. Now he can clear the table. He can clear the table just like that. Now a roll of that balls here off the red balls. Can have him open up the black ball at the same time. Let's wait and see the actions that he's going to do it on the table, just like that. Fails to open up the black balls. And now he wants to go for snooker 1 more time. He plays to pot. Wants to have a roll of that black ball into the corner pocket, which has the red ball in. But how good is it going to be? Let's wait and see. A simple roll of that. It is not good. Advantage, Derrick. Yeah, a lovely stand shots here. Yeah, that ball you play with the left English. Just like that, he plays with a lot of skills to open it up. And now the rest is a formality. The frame is gone. Derrick, 5. Derrick, 5. Ex-Eddy, 6. Frame number 12 to be witnessed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also at least witnessing some actions which is being played here. This is a nice pool. The table is good. If I'm to compare this table here to any of the table in Kidgum, then I can compare to the one in Club Vortex. The second table to the counter in Club Vortex, this table is so close to that one there. Because the table were supplied by same persons, that is Fahad. I think he's the person who also supplied the table in Soweto. In Club Vortex, and that is why I think they have similar functions there. Breaks with a lot of power, pots at least 1 of the yellow balls, 2. Now leaving the table open, cue ball in space. He's supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. The break is fair. Nominates the yellow balls and nominates with the power. At this point in time, each one needs the score of the other one to win this frame here. Now, Ex-Eddy fails to put that ball in the pocket, which is top right bottom of the screen. Now, Derrick is invited back on the table. Now, I don't think he is happy with the positions of the actions, which he has just demonstrated on the cue ball. He needs to understand that this table doesn't need a lot of big spins in it at any time, or else his action is not inviting at all. He plays to run away with the cue ball and of course spotting the cue ball prematurely, giving now a chance to Ex-Eddy. All he needs to do is to at least compose himself, knows that he is able to win this frame at any time. But the way he is trying to play or the way he's manipulating the cue ball is not all that lovely at any time. And that is the reason if he loses on that ground. Not that Ex-Eddy is tougher than him, but the way he's playing the cue ball is not so inviting at any time. Now look at that actions. That was a jump. Is a foul. That is a jump shot. It is not allowed in black ball, but in snooker you can play jump shots. So that was an edge ball. It is a ball which was causing Derrick an edge. That is why he played it like that one there. At least having a roll of that one there. I think he's supposed to play softly. That is according to me. He's supposed to play softly. Now he plays simply lovely shots to can the other red ball, which was almost dead on the cushions. Now you can choose either to go either way, pot at least the center pocket, and then or choose to start by Hale spotting that one there in the corner pocket. Just like that. Now Hale is having a draw shots on this red ball, which is only remaining on the table. To have at least a perfect cue ball positions to the top of the table, just like that. How good is it going to be? It is always too much. But I can put this one here in the center pocket here with a lot of accuracy and precisions, just like that. A pot of that black in the corner pocket, which he just spotted the black previously in the other shots, can guarantee him at least. No, the shot is always not good. He's supposed to understand that Ex-Eddy's balls are always not okay. So he can either simply have a roll of that balls in the corner pocket. So all he need was target. He needed target. Just either you set the ball in the jaw of the corner pocket, just that they can mount pressure on your opponent, or your opponent gets a chance and snooker you. And that is why Ex-Eddy is snookering him at this point in time. He's supposed to come at least off one cushions to find his ball. But how good is it going to be? I think that is always going to be against shots. I don't think that is going to be on target because Ex-Eddy is yellow. He's almost occupying the path of the black ball. If he's supposed to put it in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. It was not on. The pot is not on. The search is on. The pot is not on. Ex-Eddy invited back on the table. A simple roll of this ball here in the corner pocket, which Derrick attempted to put the black ball in. Now totally snookered at this point in time. That you can see from the gestures. He's supposed to come at least off one cushions, finds his ball, fails to put it. Now Derrick is invited back on the table. At least to have a roll of this black ball here in the center pocket or bottom left of the table. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. Just to go in the bottom. Now the only advantage that Derrick has at this point in time is the positions of the cue ball. It is almost just frozen on the cushions, giving Ex-Eddy only one chance to play that ball, which he is contemplating off. But if he puts it, he will be good to put the yellow ball in the center pocket, either with the bank shots or a simple roll in the center pocket, which is just so close to the screen. With the actions of the cue, you can easily see he wants to chop. Anytime now, Derrick can either level the score 6-6 one more time. The pot is not on. The pot is not on, but luck is by himself. But that black ball can partially be seen. That is the reason why you can see Derrick smiling partially. Luck was by his side. Total luck. Now if Derrick is supposed to come off one cushions, find the black ball and put it in the corner pocket, even when he doesn't put it, he can only just at least have. Or he can either play a swirl shot. Let's wait and see the actions. It's a swirl shots. Lovely swirl shots. Caught his ball. But this frame looks almost just like on. Let's wait and see how good is the decisions going to be made here from Ex-Eddy's. There are two of the yellow balls which are on the table now at this point in time. Which one does he start with? If we start with this one here, which is almost just like frozen on the cushions, can guarantee him a natural key ball positions to have at least the other yellow ball potted in the center pocket, which is so close to the screen, and then have a roll of that black ball in the center pocket, which the yellow may be potted in. He wants to choose and take it either way. So he's starting with the other side, just like that. Now a roll of these balls here, with at least a small spin on it, top spin, can have a perfect cue ball positions for the black. He plays simply not to pot it because he was not sure himself. Now Derrick can have advantage. Can either pot the ball or snooker. A roll of that one there to occupy the corner pocket, so he does it successfully. Derrick 6, Ex-Eddy 6, raised to 11. Now officially it is raised to 5. Officially it is raised to 5. Ladies and gentlemen, in the building we have Mr. Obwat Dennis. Dr. Dennis is called Dr. Dennis, the director of Jaguars 10 at this point in time. He's going to face Ex-Eddy after this game in a race to 5. The pot will be determined shortly. 6-6 the score. Yeah, Tungdiang, you say tomorrow we are going to Gulu together. I think we need to go to Gulu together tomorrow and at least enjoy the game in Gulu, stream it, also bring it lively. Because the game would always be more lively when we have the streamers and then commentators at the same time. So let's coordinate this evening to make sure that we travel together tomorrow to Gulu. If there are also organized battles there, we can also have them streams. So it is game number 13, and of course it is the home team. It is Derrick supposed to break. This is game number 13, and of course is the person who won the luck is the one who is supposed to break. So it is Derrick supposed to break. We are live in Madiupe at the Nova Lounge. Yesterday they had King Jafire performing here and Eddie Weezy also performing live here. They were giving us actions on the stage. You know, when they talk about King Jafire, this is close to their home in Muchwini. King Jafire, respect. So guys were performing here, and of course yesterday lovely. For everyone who is watching us, we want to appreciate you so much. The only good thing you can do for us in the stream is to like the stream. If you like the stream, kindly share to your colleagues, just that they can also enjoy the action which is taking place here on the green bed. It is Derrick's to break. Breaks at least pot balls. Now leaving the table open, he can either choose to go for the red balls and clear the only 5 of the reds on the table. Now let's wait and see the decision that is going to take at this point in time. Let's see, he's going for it. He has nominated the red ball, opening even the red ball now perfectly. That red cannot go in the corner pocket, which is checking at this point in time. He needs the cue ball to run round these red balls here, round the yellow balls, and then put that red ball in the center pocket. How good is it going to be? He has chosen only to open it up here. He's supposed to come at least off the yellow balls and put that red balls in the center pocket, or else have a bank shots of that red balls, which is almost on the table. How good is it going to be? Let me check. Now he's checking. He's supposed to see all the balls in time. I don't think that shot was always on. He's supposed to have at least a bank shot of that balls here, which was almost just on the cushions, to have it in the center pocket. Then he was good to clear. But he chose to go either way because he chose only to open it up. Now Ex-Eddy is taking it one at a time. He has now started receiving the home support. The fans are already starting clapping for him after potting the balls. Remember the score is 6-6 in a race to 11. Still good. Still good. Everything is still good. Now he simply plays just only to have the balls to be in the center. Now Ex-Eddy can clear these ones here. In a normal days, Ex-Eddy can clear these ones here. But I don't think at this point in time he wants to clear the table because he still wants to go and at least snooker this one there one more time. Let's wait and see. But of course he can clear this frame. He have a roll of that ball there in the corner pocket. He fails to clear the table. He still wants to snooker one more time. Now giving Derrick's chance to come at least off cushions. Yeah, Adia, you said you can't see the scoreboard. I am going to adjust it. Remember, the score is 6-6 at this point in time. Their scoreboard is very hard to place at this point in time. So I'm still thinking of how best I can put it just that you can be in position to see it. But anytime I will correct it. Anytime I will correct it. The Nova Lounge, Madiupe, is where the action is taking place. They have one of the best table. But when you come to Madiupe, please ask for the Nova Lounge, Madiupe. They have spacious ground, so good parking space. They also have good counters. I think the people who work here, they're so nice. So how good is this pot? The pot is not good. He just wanted to play Alice snooker. Now Derrick is invited back. Coming off at least one cushion, he can even just snooker Ex-Eddy with these simple shots here. So he did it so well. Now giving Alice open word space for Ex-Eddy to go for his game. To either go for his game or to snooker one more time, because remember when he snookers here and Derrick finds any of the target, he can run away with these ones here. All of them, they need this frame. They all need this frame here because one wants to have his nose in front to have the score level 7-6. To have the score reach 7-6. Even if it is your table, you can sometimes reach some of the shots here. He has been practicing here for a number of times, and that is the reasons why he has chosen to play the battle here. Now the shot is not so good because the cue ball did not come the way he was contemplating. I want to believe that the actions on the cue ball was not as it was required to at least bring the cue ball to come in a perfect positions. Now here, either to play safety. Ex-Eddy want to have a bank shot. He's checking the corner, the center pocket, which is now fails to pot. Fails to pot. Derrick has 3 of his red balls now on the table. I think he can clear now the table. The roll of that ball. How good is the actions? The cue ball action is still good. He can choose to start with the one in the center pocket. Just a simple touch of that ball in the center pocket. That's good. Now here he needs just only a soft touch of that one there. To at least have the cue ball run downward. Not with power. Not with power. That was so hard of it. He was not supposed to be with the power, so he chose to go with the power, failing to have a chance to have his score to lead again one more time, but he failed to do it. Ex-Eddy has the chance. Up against black for the 7th time. Ex-Eddy Hames. Will he pot? He pots. The left-handed assassin is up against the right-hand guy. Ex-Eddy 7. Olanya Derrick 6. Race to 11. Pot of 300,000 Uganda shillings. I am telling you, at any time we are going to have at least a rematch here between the two players. This is just what I'm trying to guess at this point in time, because what I'm trying to see, they are moving so close to one another. The score started 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-6, then now 7-6. 5-6, 6-6, 7-6 now. Are we going to have the score level again one more time, 7-7? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's wait and see what Derrick is going to do from here. Derrick needs to win this one here to have at least the score level 7-7, or else Ex-Eddy, after winning, may mount more pressure on Derrick to run away with this frame here. Breaks with a lot of power and post balls. He has started finding some of his shots now, and that is the reasons why he's building confidence. He's building a lot of confidence now. Ex-Eddy, seed 1 of Madipe, up against the director of Soweto Ball Club. Now he has nominated the yellow balls, so he's going for the yellows. Last time I told you guys earlier on that this guy, they played together in an individual league which was organized at Club Vortex by the director of Club Vortex, Dr. Romeo. The guy is the face-off. I think Ex-Eddy was beaten 9-5 by Derrick, the guy who is playing the Reds. So checking it one at a time. He doesn't want now to miss any balls here, because Ex-Eddy already has almost his nose in front. That was the perfect positions of the cue ball. I don't think he meant to have the positions of the cue ball there, but it was just only luck, snookering all of the 6 yellows on the table. And Ex-Eddy is supposed to come at least up 1 cushions or 2 to find his yellow balls. And just like that. Let's wait and see how good is it going to be. Of course, he finds the yellow ball. 1 shot. As they want to open up that ball, which is so in a cluster mode. Oh, he just not to open it up. Now playing cue ball position. So good. Let's wait and see. He wants to go for it. He wants to go for it. Ex-Eddy. Guys, one thing you should know is we have a loud music which is playing in the background here. But I think the microphone that we are using is doing us good to at least reduce the noise in the background. We already have fans coming also in the arena and supporting Ex-Eddy. You know that it is not on. Now this frame looks almost in favor of Derrick, as long as he can play that shot in the top left corner pocket. Just a small stand shots there. He always put a lot of weight in his actions, and that is why he's not always getting perfect cue ball positions. And if he's not happy because of that. What else can he do from this position? He was supposed to clear this one here, because having only a small stand shots. And let's wait and see. He was supposed to have a roll of this red ball here to at least have a connection with the ball, which was almost in the corner pocket. But he failed to do it. How good is that going to be? Still not so good. But of course, he can have at least a roll of this one there into the corner pocket, which he previously potted the red balls in. Can either come off 1-2 cushions. Now the yellow ball helped him a lot. That was almost just like an assist. So you can either choose to go in the center pocket or choose to go in the hardest pocket. That pot needs a target. Miss and shoots. Pots. 7-7. Raise to 11. Now these guys are going for a small break. It is a break of 2 minutes because the score is 7-7 at this point. We'll come back with the commentary. The sound is going to be muted at this point. Action resuming. Shortly after the break, the two players agreed now to resume back the play. Of course, you know you can't run away from this game here until when you complete everything here, and that is the reasons why the two players I have come back now after the short break, and then the actions is now resuming. So it is now raised to 11. Officially, we can say raised to 4. Even when we are in Madipe today, but we are at least watching some nice pool being played here on the table by Ex-Eddy. You may think that we don't have players who are good here, but of course he's seat one of this very arena, of this very area also. That is why he is now having the ability to have at least many matches being played in this home area. You see, the advantage of having these money matches simply can either improve on your confidence building at the same time. It can also sell the business, as well as it exposes the player also to the world. Like today, we are trying to show them live on Kit Media Link because many people are already watching them here, and of course you will see the caliber of a person that we have in Madiope in the name of Ex-Eddy. His talent can still be built. So he is a good player when nurtured well. Maybe age is not by his side, but anything is still possible at this point in time. Now, at this point in time, all the two players need this frame that they've started now here. All of them, they need it. They need this frame more than anything. And if you win, you will have at least have your nose in front of having that momentum of continuing to win. If any player wins two frames, one after the other, then I think is most likely to win. But with the history of always money matches being played, the player who always come from behind is most likely to win the games. And this player is always Ex-Eddy coming from behind. Remember, Derrick led the first frame. Ex-Eddy came and equalizes at 1-1. Again, places his nose in front. Derrick again came from. It's a fall. So, after having had at least a jump shots here, because the umpire was not seeing, and so Ex-Eddy is supposed to play two shots on the yellow balls. I mean on the red balls. He needs the cue ball in his hand. He needs the cue ball in his hand. The balls are looking good. What does he want to do here? Remember, he's playing the red balls. So Ex-Eddy, it's just to open up this red ball. I think follow, having a roll of that one there, almost so close. But how good is it going to be? I think that is not so good of it because it is so close to the red ball. It is so close. Now it's supposed to play highly safety. How good is it going to be? That is a push. That is a fall. It is a push. The umpire signals it's a fall. So that was a clear push on the cue ball, and that is the reason of having. If you want your game to be well, you should at least have at least an umpire who is affiliated to PAO or who is also good on the table. And that is why we have Okenyibriga and Agando in the building. Now Derrick is supposed to manipulate the cue ball and at least clear those 4 yellow balls and put the black balls in the corner pocket, which is where he is standing at the moment, or in the corresponding corner pockets. Let's wait and see. The actions can determine the betterment of that. There are only 3 of the yellow balls on the table, at least a double. How good is it going to be? He chose to run at least with that one there. Now having at least a cut of these yellow balls here in the corner pocket, which is bottom right of the screen, will give him a perfect keyboard positions for the only yellow ball which is remaining, and it's supposed to be potted. He plays with a lot of skills but falls. Inviting Ex-Eddy back on the table. The only dead ball or the problem ball for Ex-Eddy is now open. What can Ex-Eddy do from this point in time? The only problem ball is the ball which is so close to the black ball at this point in time. And I think he's going to set his eyes on it. What can he do from here? He's taking on the yellow balls. Yeah. What to do? He wants to open up the yellow balls or wants to pot the yellow balls. Now he chose not to do so. He's taking it one at a time. We will. Now going for the frame. Going for the frame, fails to clear the table. Now inviting Derrick back on the table. Ex-Eddy. Coming off at least one cushions, find the yellow balls, fails to get the yellow balls. Now it is a foul. It is a foul. Remember, the reds are not all that fancy. They are not so good. One is now dead on the cushions, and that is the reason why Ex-Eddy wants the cue ball in hand, but he's not going for it at this point in time. He still wants to go for another ball, which is looking like also as well a problem. The intentions of that shot was to open up that dead ball, which is on the cushions, but failed to do so. Fails to do so. Now the actions, he wants to snooker one more time. Is it going to be so good? I don't think the snooker was successful. Derrick can have a side of his yellow balls. Just a simple roll of that ball there in the corner pocket. A simple roll. Roll. Even when you don't pot it, you can at least have yourself. Your ball is set. So at any time, anything is still possible at this point in time. And that is why Ex-Eddy now wants to go for the ball, which is looking like almost dead on the cushions. But also one thing you should know is he going to have a successful snooker? He has a successful snooker. He has snookered it successfully. He did it successfully, coming off at least one cushions to find his yellow balls. How good is it going to be? It is good, and got his ball successfully. Ex-Eddy now wants to go for the ball, which is looking like a problem to him. Is he going to find his balls? He found his ball. Now giving now Derrick one more time again to come off at least one cushions, find his ball. Let's wait and see. As well shot. He wants to at least to have a skill shots here, played on that. How good it's going to be? He got his ball successfully. Still having advantage of this frame here, Derrick Olanya. Race to 11. This game is so tricky now because no one wants to go for this frame here, and of course you can't just go anyhow. Unless if he has a target, he can put this ball here in the corner pocket and then have a roll of that ball here, and just like that, the pot is on. How good is the roll going to be? It is still a question. We are waiting to confirm here. So that ball can go in the corner pocket, which is top left of the screen. Let's wait and see. Ex-Eddy up against one red.
No, Johnny, it's a club, right? That's what I'm. They're all for club. I told you when you want to tell you. No, me or Yadi. Ba đông con đã muốn đi. Ba đông con. He was about to scratch with the cue ball. Now giving one more chance to Derrick to at least spot this ball here in the corner pocket, which is top right, bottom right of the screen. But also at the same time, after potting, you should also have the cue ball perfectly placed so that you can at least spot the black ball in the corner pocket, which is bottom left of the screen. What can you do from this point in time? It is still a question of discussion. The target is supposed to be on, just that you can have a perfect cue ball. He wants to go for power. With his actions, he wants to go for power and miscue. And foul, 2 shots. Advantage. Advantage Ex-Eddy. He would want to pack the yellow ball or pot it. And from the actions that you are trying to see from him, his first reads at least either hand is having. He has 2 shots to be played on black. So he chose to pot the yellow ball. That is according to his actions. What does he want to do from this point in time? Now if he misses this one's here, the yellow is already perfectly set. If he misses this one's here. Remember he was given 2 shots? The pot is on. He got it nicely. Ex-Eddy, 8. Derrick, 7. Raised to 11. Ex-Eddy needs 3. Meanwhile, Derrick needs 4 of the 7 frames remaining. And that pot was always hard because you can't control the cue ball perfectly. At the same time, you also need at least some spin on it. So it is 8-7. Remember earlier on I told you that from the person who is always coming from behind in any of the tournament or in any of the matches is most likely to win the frame. Because when you check at the moment, Ex-Eddy, I've only led 2 times. This is the second time that Ex-Eddy is leading and he's coming from behind. He's coming from behind. Derrick have always been leading, but now Ex-Eddy is leading for the second time in the match. Who do you think is going to win? 7 frames remaining. Ex-Eddy needs 3. Meanwhile, Derrick needs 4. Breaks with power. Frame number 16. Breaks with a lot of power and of course spotting one of the yellow balls. Now leaving the table open, Ex-Eddy is supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. He is fancying the red. He's nominating the reds. Closes the table with the red. If he wins this one here, he will have at least a big advantage. But Derrick knows he needs this frame more than Ex-Eddy needs it at this point in time because he wants to win this and have the score level. Have his nose in front also. Because anytime that Ex-Eddy wins this one, he is going to mount more pressure on Derrick.
Now the roll of that ball in the center in the corner pocket, which is bottom of their screen, left of the table, did not materialize, and of course is occupying the jaw of the corner pocket, which already has red. And remember, so close to your screen, there are two of the balls. One is yellow, one is red. They are almost kissing one another, and that is becoming like a problem ball to two of the players on the games at this point in time. So any risk, any skill shots played on this one here to open it up can make one person's either to win because opening these shots here wants you to go for it. And Derrick is choosing to open up. How good is it? No, the opening was not good. It is a foul. But of course, they can have a review from the camera if he is not agreeing with it. But that was a clear foul. Started by hitting the red ball.
Đã muốn đi coi như đã nó dùng một cái bia kiểu như chú cả
At this point, Ex-Eddy now has full confidence. He now has full confidence, have the home advantage. It is not only the home advantage, he's also leading in this game here. You see when you see some of the shots that he was trying to play at this point in time, that was nice positions of the cue ball. He would have a roll of these red balls there in the center pocket, which is bottom of the screen. And then he was just going to run with the score. Now Derrick has a question to answer at this point in time. He has a big questions to answer at this point in time. I think totally snookered or partially snookered because Ex-Eddy either in position to see the ball which is in the center. If he's not seeing the ball in the center, at least he's supposed to come off cushions. Let's wait and see. Ex-Eddy plays his ball, opening the black ball, potting the cue ball prematurely. He potted the wrong ball at the wrong time, and Derrick is looking like a wounded animal. He's looking like a wounded animal. Let's wait and see. No, how good is it? Let's wait and see. I think when you check on some of the cue ball actions from Derrick, they are not inviting at all. The second last shot that he played, he needed at least to have at least a roll of that one there because that ball was not always connecting. Now Ex-Eddy is poised to winning this frame here. The roll of these balls here in the center pocket, which is having almost the black in it, will guarantee him at least to put the only red ball now on the jaw of the corner pocket. But how good is it going to be? It is always good. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, at any time, Ex-Eddy is going to go 9. Still depends. Ex-Eddy 9, Derrick 4, raised to 11. I mean, Derrick 7, raised to 11. The roll of that ball here in the center pocket, just like that, he has done it perfectly. Ex-Eddy 9, Derrick 7, raised to 11. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a race to 11 where the winner is going to walk away with the 300,000 Uganda shillings. The guy who is calling Ex-Eddy is having 9. Meanwhile, Derrick Olanya, who is having the score with the blue, is on 7. Anytime, either Ex-Eddy is going to go uphill 10 on the double figure, or else Derrick can still make him wait one more time. Are we going to see any wait here? It is frame number 17. It is frame number 17. Derrick is supposed to break it because he is the one who won the luck. Breaks so well. So Derrick is supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. He wants to go for the Reds. How good is it going to be? The nomination is not good. I think he's now getting so relaxed on the table. At this point in time, you don't need to lose your composer. You don't need to lose the composer. But plays that shot so much defensively because he wants to go for the Reds. Let's wait and see. I think Ex-Eddy is trying to contemplate a skill shots here on the Reds, but that skill shots may not materialize so well. The only option remaining is to go for the yellows. The yellows can be cleared. When you check on the positions of the yellows, these yellow balls can be cleared at any time. That yellow can go. As well, that red can go, but it is so hard. But playing that red here in the corner pocket can easily open up these ones here. But how good is it going to be? It is off. It is off. Guys, the pressure is now intense. The pressure is Derrick to nominate now. He wants to go for the yellows. And just like that. How good is the actions of the cue ball? It is not good. Luck is not by his side. The cue ball is not good. Can choose to play safety or simply open up this yellow ball is here. Put it in the center. Simply plays just safely, but the safety was not so good. It is raised to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. Ex-Eddy needs only 2. Meanwhile, Olanya Derrick needs 4 of the 6 frame remaining. Goes for power to open it up, but fails to do it. He had wanted to open up that corner pocket, which was having yellow occupying almost. And then at the same time, also the red is sitting so close to it. Now Ex-Eddy on the verge of going to a double figure. He's going for it. He's going one at a time. He knows he's now going to win. He knows he's having home support. And that is the reason why he's playing like that. What can he do from here? And that was a big shot played by Ex-Eddy. Most likely it is a kissing ball. Most likely it is a kissing ball. It is the umpire to check and see. He wants to have it banked in the center pocket, but anything is possible. He can have it push. Let's wait and see the actions. That was a good actions played. Now Derrick going one step at a time now. Derrick now needs to win this frame. He really needs to win this frame at this point in time. And that is the reason why he is now trying to play so slowly. He needs 1 more 2 shots to have himself clear these 4 yellow balls on the table. But if Ex-Eddy comes successfully off 1 cushions and put that ball in the center pocket, pressure would sit and mount to Derrick. Caught his ball, but the pot is not on. Caught his ball, but the pot is not on. Derrick taking it 1 more time, still 1 at a time. Taking it 1 at a time. What can you do from here? Remember, Ex-Eddy can come off at least cushions. Playing this ball, Saleh is opening it up also at the same time, but that action was not good. But that action was never good. Remember, the red can be seen, and a simple slice of that one there in the center pocket. But the action was not so good. The cue ball was spotted prematurely. Advantage. Derrick, 2 shots awarded to Derrick. La tienda más. ¿Qué come? ¿Qué come? ¿Qué come? Mm. Wang Atiago. Now, when you look at the positions of the cue ball at this point in time, and then you check out what Eddie is trying to contemplate, the only option remaining is a bank shots into the corresponding corner pocket, which he fails to do so. He doesn't believe what I've just hit him at this point in time. Even Derrick doesn't believe what I've just hit him. Is this now the luck trying to come the other way of Derrick? Sorry, we apologize for the technical glitch that took place. At this point in time, you may fancy that Derrick now has the chance to have the score level as long as he is able to put this ball here. If he is having a side of this ball, then he is as good as leveling the score. But if he doesn't have a side of any of the balls, then it is still hard of him. He wants to come at least off cushions. Simply just wanted to get his ball. He fails to get his ball and then falling at the wrong time. At this point in time, you don't need to fall. You do not need to fall at this point in time, and that is why Ex-Eddy is checking the table, making sure that he doesn't now invite Derrick back on the table. Looking at what he's trying to do at this point in time, does he want to open up that corner pocket, which has at least 2 of the yellow balls in the jaw of the corner pockets, or he doesn't want to go for it? What does he want to do from this point? He wants to have at least a roll of these balls here and a chopie, but fails to do so, almost scratching in this corner pocket, which is bottom left of the table. Bottom left of the table. Still advantage, the yellows. Don't think that the players they don't know how to play, but at this point in time, there's a lot of pressure, too much pressure. The score is almost so close to one another, and so pressure is hitting the players at the same time. How good is the black ball? It is good. Pack the jaw, almost in the jaw of the corner, center pocket, which is corresponding to the screen. Does he want to play skill shots here? No, he doesn't want to play skill shots here. That shot can naturally open up the corner pocket, but how good is it going to be? It is still up questions for discussions. He doesn't need to go for it. Now there he can now go for it at any time if he have access to the cue ball. Because he's already taking advantage of the corner pocket, and then a roll of that yellow balls in the corner pocket, same corner pocket, can naturally open up the red. So one of the yellows will drop in, remaining another yellow, and then black is already set. So what does Eddie wants to do? Simply wants to pot. That ball looks like as if it is a kissing ball. The umpire signals it is an open. All of them are open. He wants to go for a snooker one more time. I don't think he may be successful here. But all is running in his mind is to go for a snooker at this point in time. Let's wait for the actions. He did it successfully. Now tempting Derrick one more time to come off one cushions or have a swirl shot. Coming off one cushions. Find his ball. Just like that. So lovely. He almost spotted that ball there. Lovely. Next Eddie doesn't want to leave that corner. Now Derrick has advantage of that corner, remember. Now he has played the shots that he was looking for, done it successfully, and has done it so well. Ex-Eddy still doesn't want to go for the frames because he still wants to snooker Derrick one more time. Remember, black was passable to that pocket, which he has just placed his red ball in. Now Derrick coming with a swirl shot, potting the ball. I think cue ball is okay. Ali is having a big draw shots from these positions and have him the cue ball into the upper sections of the table. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the rest is just a formality. That ball is in. This is simple roll of that ball in the corner, I mean the center pocket. He has done it successfully. Now the score is level 9-9. Race to 11. Of the 4 frames remaining, every player now needs to win all. Game number 19 loading. Game number 19 loading. So game number 11 loading. I mean game number 19 loading. Game number 19 loading. The guy that you're seeing on the table, Wondizo, is Owana. They have come for a traditional marriage of Mr. Yo Robinson, the assistant RDC of Lamo. Now, this is raised to 11. The pot is 300,000 Uganda shillings. The winner takes 300,000 Uganda shillings. And of course, goes with the bragging right at the same time. I want to believe that I have my hand in the decider. That is what I am trying to believe. Or Ex-Eddy, if he wins this one here, may mount more pressure on Derrick because Derrick needs to find his shots at this point in time. Game number 19. Game number 19. The break is on, and he breaks with the power, pots one of the yellow ball, and looks like he wants to go for. Looks like he wants to go for the yellows. Now Derek goes for the yellows. That ball was a bit hard to play. That is the reason why he played with a lot of skip shots. That was a swirl shot played. There was a lot of spin on that cue ball, and he had that simple touch on it. I think he needs this frame more than Ex-Eddy needed. He needed more than Ex-Eddy needed because he has always been leading. So he doesn't want to leave any chance and any opportunity anyhow. Luck was almost about to hit Ex-Eddy. Set going one at a time. Now taking full advantage of that corner. Now Ex-Eddy is playing red. He's a seed one of this very area. But remember, at any time, this red cannot be completed unless when you have at least a shot which would open up that one there, which he does it successfully. Now he's poised to winning this frame here because a simple roll of that red can guarantee him just a natural keyboard position to have the connections of that red in the center pocket. But how good one is going to be, it is still a question to ask at this point in time. Let's wait and see what does he want to do here. The only possible shots there is the connections. You can just only have at least a connections here. Checking doesn't want to do everything. He did it successfully, but those two balls are not looking juicy at any time. The actions of that cue ball is to make sure that he snooker Derrick one more time. One more time. Snooker him one more time. While you snooker, you also open some of the balls, which he does, but I don't think the snooker was successful. Now Derrick to come off at least one cushion, find his balls, which is in the farthest left corner. Got the wrong ball at this point in time. He needed at least to have at least a larger angle, just that they can find his yellows, but got the wrong ball. Got the ball successfully, but got a wrong ball at this point in time. It was the black. Ex-Eddy has two shots. What can he do from this point in time? He has only two of the red balls on the table. And then black is in the corner, which is having almost just like the yellow balls covering the jaw of the corner pocket, and the only place where black can pass from. Unless he chooses to open up that corner pocket and then place his ball one more time and snooker at Derrick, that is the only possible option that he should be thinking of right now if he wants to have full control. He can have a roll of that black ball into the corner pocket. Requested the umpire to give him the cue ball. You see, sometimes when you're facing justice situations, all you need to do is at least go for your balls. Sometimes all you need to do is go for your balls. I don't think the decision was so good. I do not think the decision was so good because there is no any way I think that that red can go in a connection shot. So let's wait and see. And the attempt is wrong and puts the cue ball prematurely. Advantage. Derrick 9. Ex-Eddy 9. What does Derrick wants to do here? He wants to let's take the cue ball in the top side of the table. I think the resting positions of those two red balls cannot give them any natural movement to put any of the balls in that corner pocket. So now Derrick is poised to winning this frame here. You should just know that you should take it one at a time. Just like that, take it one at a time. And all you should be thinking of right now at this point in time is not to invite Ex-Eddy back on the table. But I don't think that is what is running in his mind because he's still thinking of snookering one more time. Also, one thing he should note in his mind that the positions of the red balls is not so good. What, he wants to go for a snooker one more time? I don't think. Goes for a snooker one more time. He wants to correct one of the yellow ball, which is almost so close to the screen, bottom left. Just that he can correct it and then have it can, then he can go for it. But if Ex-Eddy finds his ball, finding the ball and opening up the balls, now the balls are in spaces. Advantage. He has decided to open up that corner pocket, then play that ball. Still having advantage. A slice drawback here, but the shot was not very good. The shot was not so good. What can he do from here? Either he wants to snooker. But how good is the snooker? The snooker is not good. All he's basing on at this point in time is because Ex-Eddy's two balls are different, are almost in two different sections, which is the reason why he was trying to snooker Ex-Eddy one more time. What can he do from this point in time? He can either go for a snooker. Is that what he's trying to think at this point in time? As if he was listening to me, he has done it successfully. The snooker is on. Derrick should have thought about that one there before. Now advantage Ex-Eddy. Total advantage Ex-Eddy. Derrick's supposed to come at least off one cushions. Coming off at least one cushions, find his black ball, then he will be safe. But if he fails to do it so, let's wait and see. At least a big spin on the cue ball. It is always not on. Advantage Ex-Eddy. He has two shots. He needs the cue ball. That's that he can begin to plan his shots well, because remember the other one is almost looking like a problem to him. The ball which is so close to the cushions. I think in almost all his planning, he will be planning and thinking in that way. He can have a roll of that ball into the corner pocket which is having the black, but it is not me. So he's choosing just only to have it out of the cushions. And just like that, I don't think now the rest can be a formality here, because the positions of the cue ball after putting that red ball in the corner pocket, top right, it is still the questions. To find the cue ball and put the only remaining red balls, it is still the questions. He did it and got it perfectly. This is a perfect shot played by Ex-Eddy. He is going to go into a double figure anytime from now if he puts this red ball in the center pocket, which is opposite the center pocket, which is so close to your screen, and then putting the black ball in the corner pocket, which is top left. The pot is not on. Look at that. Look at that. Ex-Eddy giving away cheaply, has given the frame so cheaply to Derrick. Derrick to have a roll of that ball, the black ball, into the corner pocket. And then also make sure that he maintains the cue ball positions, just that he doesn't give it away. If Ex-Eddy, if he doesn't pot it, Ex-Eddy may pot the remaining one. Now Derrick to redeem himself and put the only black now remaining on the table. He does it successfully and the cue ball was safe. Derrick 10, Ex-Eddy 9, raised to 11. Now Derrick needs one, Ex-Eddy needs two of the only three frames now remaining to complete this game here. So who do you fancy to win this game at this point in time? Let's wait and see. Frame number
Ex-Eddy to break. Ex-Eddy breaks with a lot of power, but none of the ball is spotted, leaving the table open. Leaving the table open, Derrick is supposed to be so careful with this frame here because he needed more than Ex-Eddy needed. And remember also, it is a vice versa. This time now, you need to go one step at a time. You don't need any of the skill shots to be played here. He played simply only to pot and open up the red balls, but fails to open up the red balls. Those clustered one, giving him a hard cube of positions, a simple roll of that in the corner pocket. I think he has already known that you need this frame more than Ex-Eddy needed any time. What does he want to do here? He played simply just wanted to open it up here, but the opening is not so good. The opening was not so good. Ex-Eddy on yellow. Raised to 11. Deposit 300,000 Uganda shillings. Meanwhile, Derrick has 10 and Ex-Eddy has 9. Now the rates are all open. The rates now are all open. He wants to open now the black. At this point in time, Ex-Eddy needs to open up the black. Does he need to? He has opened up the black so well. But how good is the next shots? It is still a question. Remember, black is already in space. Meanwhile, yellow are also in spaces, as well as the reds are in spaces. Now, this frame can either go either way. But if the X win these frames here, then game down. We are being treated to a very good frame, which is being played by Ex-Eddy at this point in time. A simple roll of that one there. I think that was too harsh. That was too harsh. He just needed only a simple roll of that. Now that was too harsh of that. I think he's partially snookered, but if he's able to see his game, can he see his game? From the positions where I'm sitting right now, I cannot see that he can see his ball, but looks like he's partially snookered. Let's wait and see. Ex-Eddy. Checking it carefully. Remember, there are only 2 of the yellow balls on the table and 5 of the red balls on the table. The 5 red balls belongs to Olanya Derrick, the guy who has scored 10 in a race to 11. Coming off. No, you can't see his yellow ball. What does he want to play with the bigs? He played simply to have a positions of the cue ball, which he got it so well, but of course he did not pot the ball. Advantage, Derrick wants to go for a snooker one more time, which he has done it successfully. Is looking like the frame is now going to go away to Derrick because when you check on the positions of the red boys, you check on Ex-Eddy's yellow. I don't think. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I want to give a shout out to Peter Chobe of Break and Finished live. I know he's streaming some international money matches, money games right now. I also want to give a shout out to the satellite media. Also, I want to give a shout out to Top Notch Pool. At the same time, I don't just go away. Miners recognizing Tungyang Media from Kitgum. From Gulu, we also have Dongliat Media. We also have Northern Connect from Gulu. I want to applaud you and thank you very much. I also want to recognize Hamere Media. Now Derek needs the cue ball in his hand because when you check on the positions of the red ball, which is almost looking like as if it is dead on the cushions, it is a problem ball to him at this point in time. The umpire signals that the ball is free, it is not frozen. He's choosing to go one at a time and doesn't want to invite Ex-Eddy now back on the table. How good is the cue ball? I think still good. Lovely shot played by Derrick. He can still go for a snooker one more time if he cannot have a roll of that ball in the corner pocket. Because having a roll of that ball in the corner pocket, which is bottom left of the table, so close to your screen, and have a cue ball moving upward, which is what I was just trying to tell you at this point in time. But of course, Ex-Eddy can't have a cut of any of the balls. I think in the if you can have at least a cut of that ball in the corner pocket, which is bottom right, so close to your screen to the right, and you avoid a scratch on the corresponding corner pocket, then he will have the cue ball running downward, just that he can put the only yellow ball now to the center pocket, which is adjacent to the one that you are seeing so close to the screen. But what can he do from this point in time? He wants to go for the hardest pot first. How good is that cut? The cut is good. How good is the cue ball? Cue ball is good. But black ball is not good at all. Black ball is not good at all. Ex-Eddy to have a sharp cut, a roll of that ball into the center pocket, which is leftward, fails to pot it. Fails to pot it. Advantage, Derrick. Does he want to have a bank shots here? I think Derrick must have the connections of those two red balls. But he fails to pot it. Ex-Eddy invited. The only thing now remaining is after potting that ball, he can have a big bank shots in the center pocket, which he fails to have a roll of the yellow ball in. That is what he's thinking of right now. Let's wait and see. At least a big bank shots here in the pocket can make him win this frame and have a decider. But if he fails to do it, he has failed to do it. Now Derrick have the advantage. Does he want to go for it? Let's wait and see. Because he can have a roll of these ones here, then cue ball moves rightward of the table. But then a roll of that ball here in the center pocket, I mean corner pocket, which is having almost the black ball in, can make him win this frame and win the money, win the match at the same time. We will also have an interview with the winner eventually after this frame here. Please keep it locked here. And that is exactly what I was just trying to tell you at this point in time. Because a simple roll of that ball in the corner pocket will give a natural cue ball movement. Just that Derrick can have a roll of these balls here in the corner pocket, which he has just put the red balls in and wins the frame. Frame. It is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 11-9. Derrick wins. Ex-Eddy 9. My name is Daniel Kitara for Kit Media Link. I would hardly have an interview with Derrick for the last time. Yeah, Derrick, we just only want to congratulate him for having done so successfully. He has done it well. Now, looks like if there is any rematch, then we are going to give it out to you. Derrick's win the frame.
For today, my name is Daniel. Thank you very much and keep it locked. We meet tomorrow when we're in Gulu for the club knockout game. Keep it locked here. Thank you.